were there any content creators
Oh
that, like,
yeah.
I know you're a pillar now, but like any content creators that you looked up to when you were starting, or people that were really helpful to you the way you've been so helpful to me, getting me going here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll say first, Haberman and Middlecoff, John Haberman and excuse me, Guy Haberman and John Middlecoff. Guy Haberman and John. I'm stupid. It's early. I know them very well. What happened was they had a radio show at 95.7, and they got canceled or whatever, fired. It was ridiculous because they were great, and I didn't know what they were gonna do. Guy's an announcer, so he had that to fall back on. But I didn't know what John was gonna do, and all of a sudden, he would basically just do a show every day at the same time slot, just at home on Periscope, which was like it was new to me in 2016 or 2015. And he had a lot of people watching, and I thought it was so cool. It's like, you're gonna fire me? I don't need your freaking platform. I got my own platform, and so people still want to watch me. And I watched it. He was great, and I was thinking, man, I think I could do this too. So I started doing Periscope just because I was copying John Middlecoff. So thank you, John. And I did that for years, like after games, after practices, and never figured out. And I had a lot of viewers too because I'm decent. I was giving Niners content on the scene. And then 3 years, 2019, I was at Ryan Sakamoto's house. We were doing hot mic, basically announcing national games for 10 people listening. And he was like, "Hey man, I noticed you do those periscopes. You got a lot of people watching." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. It's fun." He's like, "If you did that on YouTube, you could make money." I was like, "What? What are you talking about? Explain that to me." And he's like, "Oh, dude, there's like Google AdSense. They run ads. It's a da, 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 da." I was like, "Wow!" So Ryan Sakamoto is the reason I monetized my YouTube channel, and the reason I have explained this to dozens and dozens and dozens of people. Like, it all came back to John Middlecoff and Ryan Sakamoto, those two guys. And
The
Ryan
Beast
Sakamoto
Rider.
covers the Beast Rider. He covers the Raiders. He used to cover the Niners. And again, I mean, I owe my entire like money making operation to Ryan. I never would have put two and two together if it weren't for that wonderful, wonderful man. I love that guy. Thank you, Ryan.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
That's great to know.
yeah.
And great advice for fledgling content, multimedia. Uh, what was the? I already forgot.
Multimedia journalists, MMJs.
MMJs. Thank you.
MMJs.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let me answer Paul's question real quick. It's the
Yeah.
same for everyone. Be prolific. I was talking to Ted about this. You can't just put out like one thing a day, or like you really got to commit to this. Be prolific and cross pollinate. Work with other content creators, especially guys who don't have the same audience as you, and let them let their audience get to know you. That's a good way to go. And if you're good, people will tune in. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. In fact, a lot of Niner fans in the UK might get a kick out of hearing your accent.
No doubt about it. Yeah.